All right, so back again today with another rant, possibly. I don't know. I didn't really plan this one out. But just to start back up with where I left off yesterday. Um, I went and I talked to my manager who is trying to get me not to leave my current position. They're trying to get me to promote into a manager role uh, by, you know, trying to convince me that I've invested so much time into being a leader and I can make more money. It can be an effective tactic, I suppose, to kind of pull on those strings of like, well, you've invested all this time in this kind of career as as a leader and manager in this department. Am I by like leaving and not trying to continue down that path? Am I throwing it all away by not taking the money now and trying to invest in what I think is a more stable long-term plan? Is that the way to go? I mean, my current plan right now, if I go through with it, is school for like the next 5 years, get a job that pays a good amount of money in a new field that I would like, that I've always been kind of interested in. All right, we're going around you. Invest all this time in going to school and trying to like basically restart my career from the bottom, while also accumulating all of the debt that I would have from school, taking out student loans and looking at the payment plans. That's a big commitment. So like I'd be banking on the fact that like doing that would put me in a position to make enough money that I could afford it. Because right now, if we just added student loans onto what I make right now, I would absolutely not be able to afford going back to school, like ever in a million years. At least not living where I live now. The other option is to promote and continue down my current path and try to make more money. It's not a bad path. A lot of people choose to do that, but it's basically taking the money right now to take the opportunity to make a little bit more money right now in a job that I'm not super interested in, or not do that and invest in like a long term. So like what does 10 years from now look like? If I stay where I'm at, I would not have a college degree. I would need, I wouldn't, I'd be in a position where it'd be very challenging to go back to school at all. And if I, for some reason, needed to leave the company, aside from like management skills of like being a manager, I don't have any other skills there to like try to market. So that scares me a little bit. I don't want to be in a spot where 10 years from now I decide I don't want to do my current job again, and I go through, I have to figure out what I'm going to do now. I feel like if I get a degree or certifications and invest in this now, the skills I would have would not be dependent on the company I work for. I would have the ability to move from different companies and move around based on my education and other stuff I work on, based on me. Whereas now I feel like all of the experience and everything I've acquired would not help me really get into a higher tier job at another company. Like if I went to another airline, I don't feel like I would be able to get in very well there. I mean, it helps because it helps me manage my day-to-day life and like how I deal with people, but I don't believe that all my years of experience here would help increase my pay somewhere else. I mean, maybe it would. Maybe I'm way off base. I don't really know how managers transfer around. I know a lot of them have degrees, and I think that helps. I don't. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of reading on if getting a college degree is necessary. Is it worth it? Getting all of that debt, does that offset any of the extra money I could make? Because there's plenty of people who have a degree who are not using it. They're not in a job that the degree helped them get. That's also scary. All of it's scary. I don't want to waste time here getting a degree and end up in a job that I could have had already. And I don't want to waste time and then regret not having used this time to better myself and increase my ability to support my family. So this brings me to the conclusion that if I go get a degree, it can't be my only crutch. You can't use the degree as your only crutch. I mean, it's a big piece that helps you get jobs, but you'd work on getting into the industry through other means like side projects and learning to code on your own and all of that. But it's hard. So anyways, obviously there's a lot of uncertainty, and it's so frustrating to me that like when I talk to my manager about what I want to do, I always come across as like, I don't know what the heck I want to do. And it's not that I don't know what I want to do, because I think it's that I'm okay with doing different things. I would love to be a developer. I really want that skill. I'm really interested in getting that skill. And all the time I've invested so far in learning and doing my own stuff has been very fun for me. I really like that experience of learning something new and getting good at it. But I know from my personal experience also, once I get to a point where I feel like I've mastered something or I'm really comfortable with something, it gets boring really quick. And I'm like, okay, I'm over this. Let's move on to something new and try to do it from a different angle, which is kind of where I'm at in my current job. I am ready for something new. And, there's a potential for that to happen in whatever other job I go into. With coding or being a developer, there's always new projects and different languages to learn and different stuff that you could do and different ways you could use your skills. I suspect it would be harder for me to get bored in that position than it is for me as like a manager. Because like every day in my current job, different stuff happens. It's always a different day. But the stuff that happens just doesn't interest me anymore. And like, I think a lot of, well, I don't know. It's hard for me to say why it doesn't interest me or why I lost. I feel so bored at my job. I think the like cyclical nature of our like corporate environment is really starting to get to me. I was having a very rough time. I am having a rough time with just watching some of these I don't know, like initiatives or rule changes or just things that we focus on at work go in a big circle where, last year we were all about this, and then we decided that was silly, so then we did something different, and then we did something different from there. And then someone new comes in and is like, no, we need to go back to the way we were doing it a year ago. That's a brand new idea. And that just drives me crazy because it's like, what have we been doing for the past year? We have literally gone in a circle and progressed nowhere because now we're doing the same thing. And it wasn't working then for a reason. But someone wanted to do this again and they happen to get other people to agree with them, or maybe everyone else that was here last year has moved on and isn't here. I don't know. It's just it's so silly, and it's kind of silly that it bothers me. So there's my rant.